We're also tracking new developments involving Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie, and the cross-country road trip that tragically led to both of their deaths. Excerpts of Brian Laundrie's so-called extremely frantic phone calls right after Petito's 2021 death have now been released in new court documents. All this comes ahead of the civil trial in May, where Petito's parents are suing the Laundries for intentional infliction of emotional distress for allegedly not revealing they knew that Gabby was dead days before the Petitos found out. Joining us now is anchor and executive producer Gabby Petito from our station in Tampa, Florida. JB, it's good to have you on with us. And we know that this marks a pivotal day in the Gabby Petito case. What is your reaction to what Brian Laundrie's phone conversations to his parents have revealed?
Well, we know now a little bit just about how frantic Brian Laundrie was in the aftermath of murdering Gabby Petito. What we now know is the murder of Gabby Petito. And Brian Laundrie, his phone call activity, we've, of course, been reporting it over the last several days, and the phone calls that he made to his parents and exactly what was stated. And you see there that he was very upset, that he was extremely frantic. This according to the depositions, the sworn depositions that come from his parents, Chris and Roberta Laundrie, ahead of the trial that is scheduled for May of this year.
You mentioned Roberta. Brian's mother, Roberta Laundrie, stated that she knew something was wrong during a phone call with Brian right after Gabby's death. How does this affect their case for this upcoming civil trial?
Well, they're sticking to their story, Natasha, that they didn't know what Gabby's gone meant. It's stated in the depositions multiple times that what Brian indicated to his parents in those initial phone calls was that Gabby's gone and that he was frantic and he was upset, as you noted. But Gabby is gone didn't communicate, at least according to Chris and Roberta in their depositions. That didn't mean to them that Gabby was dead. Now, do you believe the depositions? Do you believe the Laundries? I think that that's for people at home to determine for themselves. But it has to be stated that in the aftermath of getting these phone calls from Brian, again, this is back in August of 2021, Brian Laundrie's parents contacting, of course, the attorney that would now go on to represent them, that attorney being Stephen Bertolino. And then it's attorney Stephen Bertolino then contacting criminal attorneys in Wyoming. So that's chronologically how it took shape in the hours after Petito's murder, as we know now, on either August 27th or August 28th of 2021.
We know both sides in this civil trial are meeting. They're trying to reach a deal and avoid a trial altogether. What are you tracking in terms of that? Any idea what a likely outcome is at this point?
Yeah, I'm looking down at my phone, Natasha, because we're just waiting on word to come out of that meeting. But yes, right now, in an undisclosed location in Florida, on the Gulf Coast of Florida, the families are meeting. And they're meeting not just with their attorneys, but they are meeting with a mediator. This is the day that a mediation conference has been scheduled, and it's been going on now for 4 hours without any real meaningful update, lunch probably included in that 4 hours. But really what they are trying to determine is whether or not a jury trial can be avoided in May of this year. Can they find a way, some kind of common ground between the two families? Now, we know some of the back and forth that has existed in this case. We know what Joe Petito, Nichole Schmidt, Gabby's parents have said about the Laundries. It has been stated on and on again for many, many years now. But is there something that can be done? Is there some kind of deal that can be reached to avoid trial? That's the purpose of the mediation conference. There has not been sources that I've been talking to in that room. No real action yet as far as any meaningful progress, but there could be a significant update in the hours ahead as they continue to meet.
We appreciate the update right now. Gabby Petito from our Tampa station, WFLA. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.